Hey guys, it's me, Mariah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you guys my everyday eyebrow routine. I just went through and did a Facebook Live video. For those of you who tuned in, thank you. I got a new palette, so I showed you guys how I got this really quick and easy everyday makeup routine. So now it's time to put the brows to tie it all together. I'm gonna show you guys step by step, so stay tuned. The first thing I like to do is have a proper brush. I really like this brush first because it does have the spoolie, because I always start by brushing my hairs upward so that I can really see the gaps in my brows and where I need to fill in. What I really like about the brush is that I can cover a good amount of brow because it is a bigger angled brush, but it's still firm so I can have control. First and foremost, I'm starting with this DNA Cosmetics Superwear Gel Liner in the shade Sienna. It's a dark brown, so it matches my eyebrows really well. But the reason I like this is because it goes on very smooth and it also blends in very smooth. I do know which eye needs what because I've been doing this for quite a while, but just to give you a tip to start, I like to start on the top and I hold my mirror out in front of me so that I can see both of my eyebrows. That is very key when filling in your brows and making sure that they're even, because if you're up close to your mirror and you can only really see that one brow, then you have to go back to the other one and it doesn't really work out, at least for me. So I like to hold it out in front of me so I can really see both of my brows at the same time. And I know right here there's a gap, so I'm just gonna lightly outline that little gap. And because I've been doing this for a while, I just kind of know. I'm not going to fill the bottom in with this because I don't want it to be overly powerful. This is just to get in those little areas that are like really gapped out, which I know for my brows right up here on the top is where I like to draw the most. Same thing on the other side. This one needed it more here on the side and this one needed it more at the peak. The side on this one is already pretty good. Now to finish filling them in, I like to use eyeshadow. This gives for a much more natural application. If I were to fill in my entire brows with this liner, I would feel very browy. Like that would be the thing that everybody would be focusing on. So to keep it very natural, I am gonna fill in with a brown eyeshadow. This one in particular is from one of my favorite Too Faced palettes, the Natural Eyes. There's a dark brown shade in here called Sexspresso. The rule of thumb for filling in your brows, if you have dark hair, if you're a brunette, you can go up to 2 shades lighter than your natural hair color, and if you're a blonde, you can go up to 2 shades darker than your natural hair color. Please don't ever use black. Even if you think you have black hair, just use a dark brown, because black is just gonna make you really look like all brows, and you don't want that. You want your brows to really define your face, but not be the statement of your face. I'm gonna start here on the bottom now, and I'm just gonna follow my natural line, bringing it across. And once I bring it across, I'm also gonna kind of brush it up as well so that line doesn't look so harsh. And then here, I do know compared to my other eye, I have quite a bit of a gap. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in lightly. And from here, I just follow my natural lash or brow line. And on the top, since I applied that liner, it's really gonna, once you run the brush along that liner, it's really gonna go on so smooth, which is what I love. So you wanna make sure you have a steady hand. I like to place my finger, my little pinky finger here, very softly, so that way I can keep a steady hand, and I just brush it out, smooth it out. Anything that you mess up or get out of line, don't panic. We will fix it up. The darkest and boldest part of the brow should be at the tip. And then it should fade as you approach the front portion of your eyebrows. As you can see, I haven't added any more eyeshadow on my brush. I'm just continuing to now turn the brush with the longer bristles facing down. And I'm gonna brush little strokes upward. This will really make you appear like you have little hairs instead of just eyeshadow. And that's it. So now moving on to my other eye, I'm gonna kind of just go through it, so just follow along. So, looking at my brows, I feel like they are pretty much even. I'm just gonna go back and brush the hairs upward again just to see. If I find any more gaps, of course, I can just go back and fill in as necessary. One thing I really wanted to mention to you guys, I do not have the perfect shape. I know a lot of people may think, oh, well, she has a good shape to begin, so it's easier to fill in. Well, I just wanted to kind of tell you guys my story with my brows. So I used to get my brows waxed pretty much every 2 weeks, and not that I got them like super skinny, but I got them skinny enough that after a while they stopped growing in certain areas. They took the shape that I was always getting, you know, kind of that crisp shape that was in back in the early to mid 2000s. And now we're dealing with a crisis with everybody for brows trying to go get microblading or tattooing, whatever, because so many people like me during the 90s and 2000s were plucking and waxing our brows, and what happened to us is our brows got thinner and thinner, and then now that thicker brows are in, we are desperate to fill them in. So like I said, a lot of people ask, how do you get your brows to grow? So I have completely stopped waxing and plucking altogether. If I find like crazy hairs all the way down, like, okay, I will pluck. But if you can see up close, you probably won't be able to see it in the camera, but I do have a lot of little hairs here in my brows. And to be honest with you, I have no intention on plucking those. It may look a little crazy or uneven, especially when I have my brows not filled in, but it looks better than if I were to pluck it and have really thin brows. So I feel more comfortable just leaving it natural. And like I said, it just makes it so much easier to fill in when you have fuller brows. So if you can go without plucking like crazy, just leaving them natural, I don't apply any special creams or anything. I just leave them natural, let them be and grow on their own, and I promise it works. You just need to give it a little bit of time. Now that that spiel is over, moving on to clean up all of these little hairs that you see to kind of cover them, I am going to apply concealer. Also, to fix any mistakes that I might have made in filling in my brows, if you feel like one might be a little bit too high or too low or just needs to be a little more precise, the concealer really helps to pull that together. And using this brush is one of my favorites. It's a concealer brush, but it's flat and it's thin, so it gives for a really nice, precise line when correcting my brows. Using my DNA Cosmetics foundation stick, I'm going to go right in and correct my brows. Starting here at the arch, I'm just gonna outline my brow. And then what I like to do is drag that down. This really helps to just blend it into my eyeshadow so that I don't have a harsh line. Alright, so now a little bit on the top. So I feel like I did an okay job staying in line, but just to fix this little tail over here. And voila! I am almost complete with my brows. It's just one last little step. I love to apply a clear mascara. This one is from Wet n Wild. I absolutely have to apply this in my brows at the end. I just brush it in so that my brows stay in place all day. They won't move around, they won't get out of place, and they will look nice and even all day long. Thanks everyone for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this everyday eyebrow routine. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on social media. As always, let me know what you guys would like to see for future videos, and I'll see you guys next week. Mwah!